Okay, hey guys, and welcome back. Today's day one of the public test realm. The missus doesn't get home for another 2 hours, so I have 2 hours to explore. So they've got a couple of preset characters. One is a level 15 miasma test, level 30 bind demon test. They're calling it level 80 echoing test, and level 18 flame test. So I suppose we should probably play these in order of ascending level. So we'll start at the lowest level here, level 15 miasma test. We'll just dump everything into energy. Actually, let's see, is there items? I guess nothing besides what you're wearing. So we'll dump everything into energy just for the sake of testing. And let's see, you got any waypoints? Yeah, you got some waypoints, okay. I guess they want you to see how miasma chain works now, so let's find a pack of monsters these guys will do. Okay. I mean, it's pretty strong. I guess he's still level 15 in the low level area and all that. But honestly guys, even at level 4, miasma chain does not disappoint. So yeah, I mean, they just give some very standard items here. Okay, kind of boring, but again, it's just for testing purposes. We'll go to the level 18, I believe Flame Wave. So we'll put everything again into energy. And then, let's see, what is it? Here we go, Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire and Flame Wave, I guess both. So again, let's go maybe some like Stony Field. No, actually, let's go Darkwood. I mean, just such a great skill. Not very creative, and I do wish that those bolts continue to travel all the way to the end of the screen. Like, there's no reason they would just end there. Even if they end there for the purposes of like killing monsters, it would just make sense logically. I apologize guys, I have seasonal allergies in springtime here. I apologize for that. Yeah, you would just think that the Ring of Fire would just travel all the way to the end of the screen. Anyway, it's a small nitpick. So here's Flame Wave. I love how that works. Flame Wave is mega strong. Oh yeah. Bit of a delay. I guess you kind of almost have to have a delay because it's just such a strong skill. Right? It covers a huge area of effect. Okay. Let's see now. Level 30 Bind Demon. So the most demons are, I believe, River Flame area. It's so weird not having Enigma. I guess maybe not. I guess I'm still too weak for this area, so maybe we just go to like Cold Plains or Stony Field. Let's see, Bind Demon. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to, I see. I'm supposed to raise a couple of guys. And then Bind Demon, I guess, is... Okay. So let's try it that way. All right. So I guess I was mistaken. Not too many demons around here. Let's move up and act. I mean, I'm just doing this out of curiosity to see what they're offering people. I'm most likely going to see if YouTube is going to allow me to go live yet. And if it does, I'm just going to start a Warlock from level 1 and play my own way through kind of thing. Okay, well, I get the idea. It's a lot lower chance to bind. So far, I haven't been able to bind any of them because basically you have to damage them and then bind them. But the problem with that is they're a one-hit kill from my goat. Yeah, see? So I'm not really able to test this for you guys properly. And I don't really have the patience to match him up with the right level demons. So needless to say, Bind Demon's kind of a frustrating build now. I get why they wanted to lower the chance. I just disagree with anything that makes these builds less fun. And honestly, frankly, I think that makes it less fun. So I think we're... alright, whatever. Let's do that going strike. I was going to maybe stop there and go live with the Echo Orb, but let's see. Let's see what they want us to... What has he got? See, now that's interesting. That's interesting, because why did they choose to leave the Warlock? Oh, I see. Okay, well, still they left him with a ethereal item. So to me that says that maybe, fingers crossed, they'll keep the ethereal feature. I think it's cool only because it gives another way ethereal items can be of use. Right now they're all useless unless you do one of the following things. Put a Zod rune in them, or turn them into a rune word that has indestructible as a modifier. Now, that's extremely limiting, not to mention Zod runes. Some people never find a single Zod rune in all their time playing D2. So to have a character that can make use of ethereal items that you find is a very good way to allow people to enjoy the ethereal items that they do find. Right now it's literally like almost like a pay-gated system. Like, sure, you can find a Zod rune, but good luck, right? So, okay, interesting gear that they give you here. They give you like one of the new jewels inside one of the new books, and they give you like a cool circlet, and you know, they give you Enigma, and like I said, you know, again, very interesting that they choose to go with the Fortitude. Nothing on the shared stash. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna forget Mirrored Blades. I don't know why they would have that. Level 40 Mirrored Blades. See, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you have that? Because Mirrored Blades takes away durability. Okay, whatever. Oh, I see. It's for the synergy. Sorry, it's been a while since I played my Echo. So I'll take him somewhere high level because he's level 80. He can handle it. He's got good gear on. So Echoing Strike no longer does anywhere near what you would expect it to do when wearing such gear, right? Like, he's got a great shield, great armor, great helmet for that matter, right? Gives you a bit of minimum damage, strength, whatever, and great weapon. And he's only doing, like, let's be generous and round these numbers up and say 3 to 7k. Okay, well, this same build before you factor in Mercenary or anything, would have been like, honestly, mine is basically this build online, actually, and he's something like, I honestly don't remember the minimum end, something like 7,000 to 25,000. So they've taken it down to by a factor of like 5 at least, if I'm thinking of that math correctly. It went from 25k to basically just over 5k, like, pretty brutal. Let's see how it plays. Yeah, it still feels good, but keep in mind, guys, this is players 1. What happens when you take this sucker up to players 8, right? So that's the concern. Okay. Alright, well, I think we'll end it there for now. It's really interesting that they've chosen to do that. We'll see how that plays out, because again, if this Thunder Maul that's already hitting for over 1,000 damage on the weapon is not even hitting for 7,000 damage on the skill, I just don't know, guys. That doesn't bode well at all. And even when I look at like 75% weapon damage, 340% damage, honestly, this doesn't feel like they've added that much damage. It doesn't. Especially not when you add in the 446 to 677. I don't know. Again, I'm not the best with math, but this still feels light. Mind you, this is going to have a high chance of critical strike, I bet you, because he's wearing Gores and High Lord. So 765 deadly, right? Between 20%, 30%, and 15%. So not bad. You could bump it up another 15% with a G face here instead, and that would put you at 80%. So almost every hit, or 4 out of 5 hits, would be double damage. But even at double damage, this is very disappointing. So I get it. They're trying to appease the moaners that this guy was OP, but it's kind of like the classical going from one extreme to the other. Okay, he was overpowered. Now you've made him underpowered. Honestly, for a character to have this end game setup and be this underpowered, it's just not impressive. Like, I can't say I will be playing an Echoing Strike build at all anymore. Why would I? And I also understand why they removed shields as an option, but considering how much they reworked the Echoing Strike to do so much less damage, they should really reconsider implementing shields again, because at least shields contributed to build diversity. Whereas this is just very vanilla now. It really pigeonholes everyone into having to use the class specific shield type, and that's a problem that it seems to only be the case for Warlock. Like, what other character can you think of that's pigeonholed into only using its item type? Even Assassin, where like the item type is its weapon, right? And someone can argue it absolutely needs to use a claw type weapon. Even then, you could make like, say, like a Rift Assassin and use a War Scepter. So really, you're not pigeonholed, right? Or you could use a Widowmaker and with poison damage and go the bow route with burst of speed or something like that, right? There's lots of different things you can do. You could also use two spirits, none of which is a claw type, for assassin and for a trapper. So you're not pigeonholed, but here you're pigeonholed, right? Either you're gonna have to use a unique shield that's a book, a type of tome, or you're gonna have to make a rune word out of a base that's a type of tome, just so you can continue to use two-handed damage weapons, which I'm pretty sure you're forced to do now, considering how piddly and small this damage is. Like, again, this is just embarrassing. It's embarrassing for the type of gear. I would expect to see this with a one-handed weapon, not with something like an ethereal thunderball. Like, that's where you've lost me. So anyway, that's my critique. That's my 2 cents. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we're going to see about trying to go live now.